Okay, it's Thursday, something June, first week of June. Haven't made a lot of videos this week, or haven't made any videos this week, except for the hunting one, because nothing was going on in the house all week so far. Drywall was delivered today, and plumbers were in, and we have the rough in for the plumbing, except for the vanity and the kitchen counters. They want to wait till they're delivered so that they can do it once and everything's going to be lined up perfectly. We got the base of the tub in, or not tub, shower, excuse me, but nothing's been roughed in for it because the rough framing to encase it isn't in place. So that has to still be done. But we got pre-install for the washer. And they did a bit of a cut to the floor here. We did have to come out a bit because of the beam right there. The joist, there's a joist right underneath the floor there. And finally the vent for the dryer is going to go down through the floor and out the side of the house over here. So yeah, I got a little project I'm doing myself in the bedroom. I'll show that more as I'm doing it, but basically I'm going to put a hidden cupboard in here between these two joists. That's going to be probably about 3 feet long. Be the width of those two joists and 3 feet tall, I should say, not long, tall. So yeah, that's about all that's changed. The position of this plug was moved from the opposite side of the central vac entrance here over to this joist, so there would be room for the vent stack. They did reconnect the vent stack up in the attic going outside, and most of that's done. There's the walls for the shower, and down in the basement there isn't a lot of changes either. Let's get down here. Actually, I have a light on today. The wires are still just hanging, waiting for the electricians to do the finish. The hot water tank was delivered by the power utility. The plumber will install it. And, you know, we just got a few pieces of PEX hanging down and some pipe for venting, which will get connected later on when they run everything over here to the exit drain. The sump is still, it's a little dark in this corner. The sump is still there. There's some issues with the float with it. They're going to have to adjust the install of it. And I started building my workbench. I did this morning. Maybe about 3 hours of building. I don't have the table countertop yet, but I'm just going to put plywood on it. So we got just about 2 feet across here and then 17 inches here. And then we'll have a window right here looking outside, which will be under the patio. And yeah, we finished there. I'm gonna plywood the back wall of this and plywood this wall as well, so that I can hang brackets and shelves and such. We are gonna have Cat 5 internet installed down here. There are gonna be plugs in this wall and a light fixture up here for work light. And then this wall here is going to be shelving coming down all the way to the floor, basically. So yeah, it'll be a nice little work area. And then on the back side of this as well, I will plywood it and put shelving floor to ceiling all along this. So okay, I'll get back so you get a better view all along this side of this wall. I do got to get a couple, like two 2x6 and put them underneath the beam there just to carry the weight of the load of the beam upstairs. Because one of the 2x6 is overhanging the cement wall there, so I guess that should be changed. The steps still have not been replaced, but that should be happening soon. The electrical inspection passed. Plumbing inspection, I don't know if they're doing that before drywall or after. But we do have to go ahead for Monday to drywall. So Monday they're going to do the rough framing for the shower enclosure, and then they're going to start drywalling. We got all 12-foot sheets, which will make some of the rooms very easy to do. because you know, room's 10 by 10. My room is, you know, basically 12 by 12. So it should make drywalling fairly simple for the boys. And the closets are 10 by 10 and 4 by 8, or 8 by 8 and 4 by 8. So again, you're just going to put in full sheets, and you only have one seam through the middle. No up and down seams. So it's definitely moving along. There wasn't much done this week. You know, the plumbers came in late yesterday afternoon to start, and then they got here at noon. And I think it's right around 3 o'clock now, and they're gone. So that's all that's happening here this week. There was basically 1 day of work done all week, but we were waiting for inspections and waiting for stuff to be done. Outside, nothing really has changed. I got some strapping again, some more today. I haven't put it on, but I did cut the grass. And yeah, I didn't do all the back. There's only about half the backyard done, but the front's done, so it looks nice. The bin was just picked up. It should be back soon. It'll be empty, so I can finish throwing away the siding around the back. It's almost all thrown away, but the bin was right at the top, so I couldn't put any more in it. One little thing about the electrical, the Cat 5 that's going to the garage, they didn't terminate it at the server. They terminated it here in the living room Cat 5 box, which has 4 runs in it. So, you know, you got smart TV, Blu-ray player, Xbox, PlayStation, whatever you want to have, right? And they terminated there. So if I asked the electrician to run it over to the server, it could work here. However, you'd have to put like a 6-inch patch cable from one of the 4 outlets over to the garage outlet, which would leave a loop there, which is not ideal. So the electrician said you will run that to the server. I don't know if he's going to send the guy today or tomorrow to do that, but it'll have to be done before Monday. And I might get some Cat 5 cable myself and run a second to my bedroom here for the TV, and maybe one over here to the side of my bed, just in case I want, you know, laptop plugged in next to my bed on the internet, so I'm not using Wi-Fi all the time, because wired is faster. Don't let anybody tell you or let you believe that Wi-Fi is just as fast as wired. It's not. So yeah, and also I'm considering up in the attic, since we did put in some plugs up there, I'm considering up in the attic maybe running 2 Cat 5 lines up there for future proofing. Just head up. It is humid out today, so it is, holy God. Oh, it's like somebody hit me in the face with a heat hammer. So yeah, so we're gonna have plugs up here all along this side. And here's the 3-way switch for the lights up here. We just got little pancake LED lights, which is perfect. So yeah, I might have them put like a Cat 5 on that end and a Cat 5 on that end, run them to the server. Okay, my little side project's done. So here we have a little cupboard. It's going to be in the wall. The drywall will make up the back inside the closet side. And then the drywall will be flush with the board on the outside here. And then what we'll do is get some wood, and we'll put on some cabinet hinges and make a door there, and then we'll hang a mirror on the wood that makes up the door face, and then put in little magnet catches on the inside. So basically I got shelves there that I'll be able to store you know, a couple of little valuables, watches and stuff, and something bigger up top here. And then I'm going to put something special in this part that's going to require me to drill a hole up here when I know where it goes. And that'll be readily at hand for any reason that I might have to have something readily at hand. And I put another one over here, just a smaller one. It's going to need some adjusting. I'm not a professional carpenter, but what I figure here is a couple of hooks for hats and mitts, and then a little space on the bottom. But these aren't 2x6, and the boards I had were for 2x6. So I'll just get the Sawzall and I'll trim that all off and then sand the front edge. And I know the boards are dirty from being walked on in the garage, but I'll get a wet cloth and wipe them down and pass a little quick sand on them, and then I'm gonna stain them eventually when we're farther along in the project. And this is just like, because this will be where I'm hanging my jackets and such when I come in. So, excuse me, it'll just be a little spot to, you know, maybe throw keys, spare keys, hang up a hat, something. I don't know. I had extra wood and I thought, why not? Actually, yeah, that's twist. I'm gonna get the hammer and just knock that in a little bit so it's more square. Yeah. So that's what I did the last hour. You know, all kinds of other little projects I'd like to do. I don't have the time or the money. I might try to hire my buddy again there next week and get the strapping finished on the house. It looks a little bit better. Anyway, get the strapping finished on the house and the starter strips on, and maybe have him help me do the siding around the power mast, and then I'll start carrying on from there by myself while their contractors working inside. I'll start putting up siding. I'm hoping the windows came in today. I haven't heard nothing yet, but the hardware store gets their deliveries of windows on Thursdays, and they thought last Thursday we'd get them, and then they said it would be this Thursday. But you know, it's getting late in the day and I haven't heard anything yet, so I'm starting to think it might not be this until next Thursday now, because I need the windows in before I can do siding up past the windows. So yep, I'm going to leave it there today. Thanks for watching the videos. Hope you are enjoying. Subscribe and, you know, tell your friends about it. I'd like to break 10 subscribers by the end of next week. So here's to hoping.